Hello students, how are you? We have a long break from science, so after this break we are starting a new chapter from your textbook, that is chapter number 15. The name is Improvement in Our Food Resources. So first of all, let us understand the title. That will make sure that what we are going to learn in this chapter. So it is improvement in our food resources. So we have to understand these words, food resources. So first of all, let us understand about food. We all know that as we are living organisms, we require food always. So why we require food? For our growth, both physically and mentally. Food is necessary for growth. It is also necessary for our overall development as well as our health, because food contains many different chemicals or vitamins, minerals, chemicals in the form of carbohydrates, proteins, as well as lipids, or you can say lipid as fat. These are basic requirements from our food, that is carbohydrates, proteins and lipids. Apart from this, we also require minerals and vitamins for our health. Mainly we require minerals and vitamins. So all these are necessary for our growth, development and health, and all these are present in our food which we take on daily basis. So this food, where does this food comes from? It's the part of resources. If you talk about world, in this world human beings live, out of which many are vegetarians. Like most of us in India, most of us are vegetarians and many are non-vegetarians. So both of these, vegetarians and non-vegetarians, they acquire their food from same resource ultimately. Let us understand how. So we vegetarians, what we eat mostly cereals, vegetables and grains. Our food comprises of cereals, vegetables and grains. Cereals means matar, or you can say in Gujarati, every kathol. You eat kathol, that is cereals. We eat vegetables and we also need grains like maize and wheat to make chapati. So these all come from the same resource, which is farming, kheti. These come from farming. And if you say about non-vegetarians, so their food comprise meat and eggs. So meat, it can be of many kinds. It can be, you can say that it can be fish, it can be birds like chicken, turkey, etc. It can be fish like salsa, or any you take eel, or otherwise it will be mammals. In mammals it can be buffalo, pig, cows, out of India they also eat cows, and it contains eggs. So to produce these, to produce birds, to produce mammals, we need food, because mammals also are vegetarians. They are also dependent on food which is coming from farming. So ultimately farming is the most important thing if you are talking about food resources. So in this chapter we will study that how can we improve our food resources, which are cereals, vegetables, grains, also meat. We have to improve these food resources. So in this chapter we will study the procedures or processes by which you can improve these food resources on a very high level, or you can say on a national level. So first of all, let us talk about why we need to improve our food resources. Let us understand. If we are talking about our country, that is India, then there is a simple answer for this why, that we all know India is a very populous country. Means we are having very much population. If we talk about humans also, of course we are talking about us, we also only think about us. So India is very population country, and I think you all know that about now we have 1.3 billion people living in our country. Now what does this billion stand for? You all know 1.3 means we are already having 130 crore of people. So it is very huge amount. If we talk about, or if we compare this with the world, we know that the population of world is 7 billion. We have almost 7th part of world population in our small country. So for this huge amount of people, we need higher quantity of food. Not only quantity, we also need higher quantity for this huge population, and we also need higher quality of food as well. Means it should contain essential vitamins, minerals, etc. It should contain essential vitamins and minerals which are very important for our body. So the food should contain these essential vitamins, minerals, which will increase its quality, and we also need this increased quality food in very high amount. So we are trying to increase quantity as well as quality of our food. So when our country got independence in 1947, after that the population blast occurred. What is population blast? That population of our country increased enormously in very short period of time. That is population blast. So when this population increased, the necessity of food also increased. So there is a simple answer. You can say that if the necessity of food increase, we can increase land area for farming. If there is more need of cereals, vegetables and grains which are acquired only through farming, then we should increase land area for the farming. But we also are having problems with land, because as this again it is on population, that if population increases they need food, that is correct, but they also need land for their survival, or you can say for their living, because there is a common saying, what a normal man need to live their life, it is roti, kapda and makan. So they need their home. So there is only sufficient land for farming which was supported, or which was produced the amount of grain necessary for small amount of population. So as this population increase, we have to increase food production in same land that we already have. So there is no more extra land, but we have to increase food production in the same land. So this requires many processes, or you can say many other scientific methods. So we need scientific methods which can increase food production or grain production or cereal production or vegetable production in the same area. We cannot increase the area of farming, but we can increase food production by scientific methods in the same area. So in this chapter we are going to study these scientific methods which we can apply on farming, that will help us to increase food production. As well as we talk about non-vegetarians, so we will also talk about fishery. Fisheries means farming of fishes, like a jhinga farm, prawn farming, you are aware maybe, because it is present in our city, because we have marine coastline. So fisheries, as well as poultry. Poultry means it contains chickens or turkeys, mainly about birds, the farming of birds. They carry birds and they provide them food, they provide them area for mating, they increase the population of bird, as well as they sell eggs also. By increasing birds you will also get more amount of eggs. So we will also study about poultry farming. We will also study about livestock. Livestock means cow and buffaloes. It is not only for non-vegetarians, it is also for us. How? Because we also need dairy products. Dairy products contains milk, buttermilk, curd, paneer, etc. So these are all come from livestock only. It came from cow milk. So we also talk about livestock, or how you can farm livestock. And the last one we will talk about is beekeeping. Beekeeping means we are talking about here honey bee, madhupudo. So we also need honey, or many other food products also came from beekeeping. So we are going to learn these topics in this chapter. So we will start officially this chapter from tomorrow. This was just the introductory part. So from tomorrow we will start with farming. Not exactly farming, but we will start with improvement in our crop production or crop yields. It is the same word, yield or production. So until tomorrow, thank you students.